Hello world, this is Melanie again, and today I will be presenting you my project number 3 titled Mail from CS50's Programming with Python and JavaScript. For this project, I had to design a front end for an email client that makes API calls to send and receive emails. I had to do this just using JavaScript. Let's go to the app so that I can show you around. So the first thing that I had to do was to complete the coding for the email composition form to let the user write and send an email. When the user fills in this form, they must include at least one email address in the recipient's email field. Otherwise, if they send it, they will get an error message. So let's submit this blank form and you can see. Here is a pop-up error, at least one recipient required. And if we look in the console, we can see that the post request failed. But let's send an email to my sister, just because I'm wondering if she is working today. Her name is Caroline. Hi, are you working today? And if I click on submit, we can see the successful response from the API and a GET request that was made to the sent mailbox right here. We are taken to the sent mailbox view and our email is displayed at the top of the list of sent emails. It worked. When a user clicks on a mailbox, a GET request is made to the emails API to request the email for that mailbox. As you can see here, the archive mailbox. And all the latest emails will show up in that mailbox view. And we know which mailbox we are looking at because every time we switch, we can see the title at the top. Right now, we are viewing the inbox mailbox. And we can see the GET request for each mailbox every time we clicked on a button. When I used JavaScript to code the CSS, I had to make sure each email is rendered using a border and all the details that you can see here. I also had to make it so the background is white when the email is unread, like this one, and gray when the email is read, like this one. If a user wants to view an email, they must click on the specific email div element and a GET request is made to the emails API using the ID of that email. And we can see here in the GET request, there's a 7 for the ID of the email. And we are now able to see the email and all of its content. The inbox and all the other mailboxes are now hidden. I also had to program a put request to the API to update the read attribute from false to true once the user views the specific email. Here is the put request for that. This will change the background color of the email div from white to gray, indicating that the email has been read. So if we go back to the inbox, we can see the div has been changed to gray. When the user visits an email from the inbox, they will see an archive button to archive the email. When a user visits an email from the archived mailbox, they will see an unarchive button to unarchive the email. Once a user clicks on the archive or unarchive button, a put request is made to update the information. We can see the put request here. Once archiving or unarchiving an email, the user is automatically taken to the inbox. So we can see we are now taken to the inbox and our message has been unarchived. It is now in the inbox. The emails from the sent mailbox don't have any of these buttons. So if we go to the sent mailbox, there aren't any of these buttons shown here. The last task that I had to do was to create a reply button that lets users reply to an email. I decided to exclude the emails from the sent mailbox because the original sender is basically the actual user. Why would anyone want to reply to themselves anyway? So when a user clicks on a reply button, let's go to the inbox and reply to an email, they are taken to the composition form and it has been pre-filled with all the original information. Also, an RE prefix is added to the subject line to show that it is a reply email. If the user replies to a replied email, like this one, it has already been replied to. It already has the RE in front of it. I had to use JavaScript to prevent the multiple RE prefix from showing up in the subject line. We just need one. So let's reply to this email. When do you expect to finish your project? I just finished. Let's go. Thank you so much for watching my presentation. Have a great day and see you next time.